Hi, this is Damien and this is my MBA journey at the Melbourne Business School. It's been just over a week, I think, since I last created a video. So over, I think it was Saturday week ago that I made a video at Melbourne Business School. I think that was on data tips, data analysis, hints and tips was one of the last videos. Basically, what's occurred for me is that week before, I had a pretty hectic week at work. So I actually the weekend for that weekend, I actually didn't get too much done. I was a bit fatigued, so I did sleep a fair bit. I think on that Saturday night when I went home, I fell asleep at about 9 or 10 o'clock, and then didn't really wake up or get out of bed until about midday. So I was actually pretty exhausted. So my body had to recover. Yeah, so I didn't actually, and then I went to uni and done more study that night, and I actually didn't actually go to do any shopping to actually buy any food. So I actually had to done the quick and easy trick, which was I went to Woolworths to buy Linkwoods emails to put in the microwave for lunches and dinners. So I didn't buy any chicken or meat or anything like that to actually prepare dinners, which I would normally buy on the Sunday night, and then or prep my food for the rest of the week. So I haven't actually done that this week either, this weekend. One of the reasons is again, because of last week, I've spent mostly at university, either at work or at university. I've just been flat out trying to catch up by getting things. I've been a bit behind in terms of on the back foot, doing readings and doing my assessments and things like that. We've been doing our managing people assessment at university as well. So this weekend I had a group catch up with one of my team members or syndicate members. So we powered through, and I think from 11 o'clock through to 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, did our parts to contribute to the presentation that we have to deliver. So we done that, and before that, I actually had on the Saturday at 9 o'clock. I had data analysis help assistance tutorial to go to from 9 to 10:30. So we done that. I then caught up and then stayed back until I think about 8:30. So I was there for just short of 12 hours at university on the Saturday. I think I then came home, put on I think I bought something for dinner, and then some takeaway or something, and then I put on a movie, and I was flicking through my Slack messages from my colleagues, my student colleagues, for doing the managing people syndicate group, and I read that we had as part of that our managing people class for this week, which is tomorrow night for me. There is actually a video movie that we had to watch, which was an hour and a half. So I ended up finished watching the movie, which was the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern, on Saturday night from between 9 to 11. And then from 11 till 1, I watched the movie 12 Angry Men, which was our assigned pre-class work to do for tomorrow night's class for managing people. So there's a photo of that, me sitting in front of the TV with my notebook and pen, and also a pack of Tim Tams. So ready to sit down and watch that movie from 11 o'clock through to 1 a.m. in the morning, writing down notes about what the video was, what the movie was about. So, and answering the questions that were assigned to do that for. So yes, I done that, and then Sunday, I spent actually in the morning. So I have a gym here in my complex. They've put in all new equipment, which means that I had to do an induction for the complex to go to the gym. I was locked out. I haven't been to the gym actually in the last few weeks. I think it's now 3 weeks, which I'm a bit disappointed in myself about. So I had to go do that gym induction on Sunday morning. I had that at 9 o'clock. I thought it was going to be actually to show us how to use the actual gym equipment, because it's all new equipment in there. It was basically just a walkthrough, and I was pretty poor actually. It was just for them to say take the weights off the equipment and to make sure you wipe down the equipment after you've used it, and there's sanitation wipes there if we need to. So, and then sign a piece of paper. So I felt time is such a critical, valuable commodity when doing the MBA. So I felt disappointed that I lost time because of that. I did sleep in till about 8:30, but I thought there was going to be a bit of an effort for a bit of a requirement for the induction, and it wasn't. I just had to basically basic simple stuff, and I had to sign a piece of paper. I could have done that at any time. I didn't have to assign that to a particular time. But anyway, I had done that. I've also had to go and buy on Sunday a new suit. My suit that I have, the pants are torn, so I had to go and buy a new suit and organise a new suit. So you'll see that on Instagram. I had to choose between 3 different suits. I was choosing a navy suit. So I think I chose the Don Bernardo suit that's on Instagram. So that was my choice. But again, just something that I had to take out of my time and that Sunday morning to go and look through the different shops to try and find a suit that I liked, try it on, and then get it all organised and paid for. And it actually did come down to a point where I just went into where was it, Myers, checked around a couple of suits that I liked. I previously had a Don Bernardo. My suit that I currently have was a Don Bernardo. I liked it. The fit for the Don Bernardo that I got for the navy, I liked. It was a nice fit for me. It looked good. I was given a discount. I just paid for it. I couldn't be bothered mucking around trying to find it cheaper, because the time that it was taking for me to find it was even more costly than the couple of $100 I probably spent more if I had to look around for a sale or something. So it was just easier for me to just buy the suit. It looked good, felt good, done. I bought it. So yes. Then I came back and went to the university after lunch, and stayed there until last night. I stayed there until I think it was 11. I didn't leave there until 11 o'clock last night. So doing studies, because I've got my data analysis. I've got a data analysis midterm exam that I'm studying for this Thursday night. So I've been had to focus on doing that. So yes, obviously today I had work and nothing exciting there. And on Friday for work, I got to actually I had a client, a members. I had a meeting with a member who was based out at Ballarat. Couldn't work out. I couldn't remember where it was, Ballarat or Bendigo, when I was talking to people, because I'm new to Victoria. I had no idea where I was going. I just remember it started with a B. It was Ballarat or Bendigo. It turns out it was Ballarat. So I got to drive out to Ballarat on Friday and have a meeting with a member for where I work, which was a great drive. It was really great country out that way as well. So really nice scenery. very lush green and lush compared to what I'm used to up in Queensland at the moment, because they're going through a drought. So yes, so went to the meeting, had that, which was a good meeting. Had a pie and a donut from the Ballarat bakery, where the donut itself was actually bigger than the pie. And again, you can see a photo on Instagram for that. And it was great again to just get back to a country town, they had just had flowers along the side of the road that looked really great, even though we're now into spring, so they were in bloom. So it was just really nice to do that, to go out there for that drive and to end the work week by doing that. So yeah, that was really good. What else? Oh, Friday night after I got back, I went to the office for about half an hour to answer some emails, and then went straight from there to there was actually a consultants club. Melbourne Business School has clubs. I'm a member of the consultants club, and there was actually an interview panel on Friday night that with some of the consultants. So I think it was there was representatives from EY, Deloittes, Gemini, and AT Kinsley. So I'm obviously familiar with the accounting firms such as EY, Deloittes, the Big Four, KPMG, PwC. Very familiar with those from my previous experience in accounting and working for Indigenous Council Australia. But I'm not familiar with the other big consulting firms. So I know of Boston Consulting Group, but McKinsey, Bain and Co, and the likes of AT Kinsley, I'm not very familiar with those firms, those organisations. So it was good to go along to that. And there's other second tier, if you will, consulting firms such as Gemini and Accenture as well, because I've got a fellow student who's doing the MBA with me, part-time MBA, who works with this Accenture. So yes, so I done that on Friday night, and following that there was a networking drinks and nibblies, and got to talk to some other students, both full-time and part-time, different stages, as well as the members of the committee for the consulting club, as well as the people who were presenting as there as well from the different organisations, Gemini and Deloittes. So I spoke with them. So it was interesting. Yes. So today I'm jumping all around because it has been a week, and just over a week since I last did my video. So I'm trying to recap what I actually did. So tonight, I finished up work. It's a Monday night. Finished up work and came to uni and did some more study. And I actually had to get some my reading stuff done, some quizzes and a bit of reading for Managing People, which is tomorrow night. So I done that, and I stayed back until about 10:30, and done a quiz that I also had for that as well. So as part of my recap. Also picked up tonight from downstairs here where I am. Obviously, I'm in my apartment, minus one picture. I realised that one of the pictures has actually fallen down behind me. I picked up, actually, for data analysis, we have a book that is not a compulsory reading, but a suggested textbook for us to be referencing from the data analysis. And I've literally just picked that up here tonight. So there we go, data-driven business decisions. So I will be using that because I need to be looking at that for, we're into week 5. I should have actually bought it way earlier. Cost $145 through Amazon, I think. I should have actually bought it earlier. So yes, it's probably missing off my hints and tips from last week. But talking with the other students, they said, yeah, it's a very good book to have for doing our data analysis course. So I picked that up tonight. Yes, because I've got the exam on Thursday night, so I've got more study to do. I will be going through. I'm doing a cheat sheet for my data analysis because it's an open book, multiple choice. So I'll be creating a cheat sheet for that, and also doing some prep exam questions from past exam papers, as well as looking over some of my notes, past questions we've had to do for class prep as well. So I'll be doing those for the tomorrow night and after class, managing people, and then also on Wednesday night I'll be definitely laying into those questions and completing that prep, doing those class prep questions and exam papers, past exam papers. So questions. So yes, so that's where I'm up to. I don't think there's anything else. I didn't get home until 11:30 on last night, so I haven't actually done any food shopping, which is not really good. That means I'm buying again microwave lean cuisine meals, which is not the healthiest thing to have. I also haven't been going to the gym. I'm home and it's 11 o'clock at the moment, 10 past 11 p.m., 11:10 p.m. So I'll be going straight to bed after I finish this video, and hopefully I'll be getting up early enough to actually go to the gym, because I'm sort of feeling it in the body that I need to bit more energy. I've been drinking a lot of coffee at work as well as at uni. So I need to cut back on the coffee, have more waters, and going to the gym helps me do that, because obviously doing a workout, it dehydrates you and makes you, well, for me, makes you want to drink more water. So yes, I'll be hopefully hitting the gym in the morning. So yes, that's where I am. That's what I'm up to. It's week 5, Monday night. I've got managing people tomorrow night, and then Thursday I have I've got a midterm exam for data analysis, and I'm in the middle of working with my syndicate for managing people to do our midterm assignment, which is a presentation. The other thing, just to quickly talk about, what we're going through is with managing people, we're talking about feelings and emotions at work, and that's talking about all different feelings. And some of those feelings that we've been discussing is, there's all various feelings that people have: positive, negative, dissonance, some of the words that we've been using. But I've been talking with people, and for some reason, there's the feeling that keeps on being, that I've noticed people have been saying to me in conversation, is the word anxious or anxiety. So I've spoken to a couple of people, and they've been talking about that they've been feeling lately anxious, or they have some anxieties. Be it in their personal relationships, or from work, or study, or whatever. It's it's like a few weeks ago, the word that I heard several times was mum guilt, from mothers that have children. Obviously, mothers who have children, the reason they're a mother is because they have children. But because they have other commitments apart from being a mum, and those commitments take away from them, not being there for their children, so they've referred to it as mum guilt. So yeah, but this week, over the last week, I've heard a couple of people use this, say to me they're feeling a bit anxious, or they're feeling some anxiety around different things: work, study, relationships, social media, the whole, not getting likes. And it sort of made me think about me doing these videos, when I first started off, I thought, should I do them? And I thought, well, no, I am going to do them because I need to do a record or a journal of my experience doing the MBA. And I was originally going to do it as a blog, but I thought, no, it takes too long to type. It's easier for me to do it as a video. And you're also capturing my expressions. You see how I am when I first started and how tired I was at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I started to post a couple of those videos on LinkedIn. And I again, it's LinkedIn, social media. I was a bit concerned that is a professional social platform. So I was concerned how that may reflect upon me if people seen those videos. Would they consider it appropriate that I was putting videos about doing the MBA and my experience and how I was feeling? Was that appropriate to be putting on that platform, on that as a professional social media platform? Yes, but I did. I put them up there, and I've put up videos, especially with other students where I've done interviews with them, because I thought that was important to share as well. Because this journey of doing the MBA, while this is my MBA journey at the Melbourne Business School, I'm also sharing that journey with other students, and it's their opinions and feedback on their journey that contributes towards that, because they're the people that I'm spending a lot of time with. They're also doing it at the same time with me, so they're giving feedback that's not just my own. I can also express my opinions about the course, about doing the MBA, but it's always good to also get other people's opinions and their reflections on what the course is about. So, yes, actually, the reflection question that I had for managing people for this week was around when was an experience at work that where it was highly emotive, and how did we feel about that situation, and what was the process, what happened in that situation. So yes, I did my reflective question on a situation I've had in a workplace, and how that worked out, and how I felt in that situation, and how I addressed that, how it affected the other person, how that other person affected me, how I potentially affected that other person by my actions or words. So, and I've also had to think about this after the class last week for managing people. I actually stayed back and spoke with, and there was another student there. We actually stayed back and spoke with the lecturer and talked about relationships, and it's more about what we've been doing for the last 4 weeks with managing people is about our own personal, about understanding ourselves, about knowing ourselves first before about knowing about others in our relationships. So that was about, and we discussed that, how do you relate with other people, and how does that make you feel? So yes, now we're moving on, and tomorrow night is about power is the topic. So that'll be power and influence. So that's the topic matter for tomorrow night. Yes. So yes, what I was saying there was, it's interesting that the word anxiety is being used by several people. It's around that time we're doing mid-semester midterms for our MBA. Other people are doing final exams. There's relationships occurring with family, friends, other significant others. There's relationship with we have it with people at work, and there's the relationships we have with the people we're doing our studies with. So yes, it's I've raised it. There's a reason why I've raised it. it's just significant, and maybe I'll understand it later on when I come back and revisit this video, which is the reason why I'm making these videos, because at the moment it doesn't necessarily make sense, but maybe it'll make sense later. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to sign out. It's now 20 past 11. This is Damien Foley, and you can follow me on YouTube at Damien Foley. Also follow my website at www.damienfoley.com/MBA. Also on Facebook at Damien Foley Official. Instagram is DG Foley, and LinkedIn is Damien Foley 1. Okay guys, I'm signing out, and hopefully I'll post a few more videos this week if I find the time, because I've got data analysis, midterm, exam. Okay guys, bye.